Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Today on the island of Sodor, we'll see Devious Diesel telling Thomas a story. Then see what happens when Fergus breaks the rules. Then find out just how brave Skarloey is. But first, here's Thomas.
There are times to be brave and times to be strong. When you're lost and you're all alone,
you might be somewhere strange and dark,
but long to be safe at home. Thomas knows what must be done. He knows and what is more. He's a leader, number one, such a brave little engine for sure. Well, you might be lost on a foggy night, stuck fast on a snowy day.
it's times like that you feel afraid.
So that is the time to say, Thomas knows what must be done. He knows and what is more. He's the leader, number one, such a brave little engine for sure. Thomas knows what must be done. He knows and what is more. He's the leader, number one, such a brave little engine.
Brave little engine,
Brave little engine for sure.
Here are lots of dots. Join the dots together and you'll see one of Sir Topham Hatt's engines. Can you guess which one it is? Here we go. There's the tall funnel and the dome. Around the cab and the engine's coal tender. There are lots of wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs. This engine is almost the same shape as Edward, but it's a different color. Red. It must be James. Hello, James. Fergus breaks the rules. Thomas and Fergus the traction engine are friends. Fergus is the pride of the cement works. Fergus knows all the rules and obeys them. One day, Sir Topham Hatt brought Devious Diesel to the cement works. I need Diesel to help for a while. Fergus, please show him around. Yes, said Fergus unhappily. He knew that Diesel could be trouble. Later, Diesel was being careless. Not like that, snapped Fergus. Do it right. Don't interfere, sneered Diesel. You don't know the rules, shouted Fergus. Diesel was very annoyed with Fergus and started plotting a devious plan. Later that day, he pretended to have news for Fergus. Sir Topham Hatt wants you to work at the smelters. Me? But I'm the pride of the cement works. Not anymore. Sir Topham Hatt says I'm better than you, so I'm going to stay here. It's not fair. I love working here. But he knew that really useful engines have to do as they are told. Fergus and his driver arrived at the smelters. I want to go back to the cement works, wailed Fergus. None of the other engines like coming here. It's so scary. You're right, said his driver. Just then, the scrap diesels arrived. Hello, are you happy to be here? No, cried Fergus. His driver was scared too. Come on, Fergus, we're going to escape. And for the first time, Fergus broke the rules. Sir Topham Hatt was enjoying a tasty fish supper when he heard that Fergus was missing. That's not like Fergus. There must be something wrong. I will send Thomas to look for him. Fergus and his driver turned onto an unused track to find a place to hide. Fergus was frightened. So was Thomas. He puffed up and down the line. He couldn't see Fergus anywhere. We could search the old mine track, said his driver. That line is dark and spooky, whispered Thomas. But he had to be brave and find Fergus. Fergus was on a siding. His fire had gone out. Then he heard a sound. It's an engine, he cried. Fergus, whistled Thomas. Whatever are you doing out here? Hiding. Don't want to work at the smelters. Sir Topham Hatt is going to be cross with me. He's not, cried Thomas. He's worried about you. Really? Of course, puffed Thomas. Fergus felt better. Thomas pulled Fergus all the way to the smelter's yard, where he knew Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. Fergus, explain yourself. I ran away. It's scary here. Diesel told Fergus that you wanted him at the smelters forever. Nonsense, Fergus. You are the pride of the cement works. I shall send Diesel to the smelters, and you can go back to the cement works tomorrow. Oh, thank you, sir, said Fergus happily. Fergus knew he had a good friend in Thomas, and he was still the pride of the cement works. Work on the Sodor Railway is fun. Sometimes it's difficult, but the engines always know what to do. In winter, when it's cold, the tracks can become icy. That makes them very slippery. The engines have to be careful when they come to a junction. Thomas knows what to do. He changes tracks slowly. When Gordon has a lot of heavy coaches, he has to be careful coming down Gordon's hill. And when he sees Bertie the bus at the crossing, Gordon has to stop. Gordon knows what to do. He applies his brakes gently, so that his passengers aren't bumped about. When Percy pulls the mail train, it can sometimes get very foggy, but Percy knows what to do. He asks his driver to light his lamp so that he can see the track ahead and deliver the mail on time. Working on the Sodor Railway isn't always easy, but it's no problem for Thomas, Gordon, and Percy because they all know what to do.